With a solid base of snow still on the ground in most places, high school teams have been forced to shift their preseason practices either indoors or to local parking lots. So with that in mind, I headed over to the Monadnock Park parking lot in Claremont, New Hampshire to see how the Stevens lacrosse team has been managing in its second week of preseason practices. Snow and mud has forced the team to stay on the hardtop so far, but fifth-year coach Jed Hart says his team has been making the most of its time together, which should pay dividends once the regular season rolls around. The team is coming off a winless season a year ago, but Hart said that an added year of experience, as well as a skilled core of newcomers, should help the team turn things around this year. The Cardinals have about 22 players on his roster as of now, including a handful of returning seniors. But what has Hart feeling most optimistic, he said, is the fact that unlike previous years, the majority of his team is heading into the season with at least some lacrosse experience. Hart has been a big advocate of bringing in a feeder program to Claremont, and with the addition of a middle school program, he said he's been able to spend less time teaching the basics and more time focusing on X's and O's.
Having the feeder program started at the middle school has made a huge difference as far as knowing how to pass and catch before they get here. When I first started, it was a lot of time spent just doing the kind of nuts and bolts pieces, whereas now we can move into more drills that are a moving drill and really focusing on game style situations instead of just that basic piece. I mean, we're still hitting those fundamentals every day, but at the same time we can move quicker into other things.
I also got the chance to speak with four-year veteran Joseph Marcinelli on the camaraderie and work ethic he's seen in his teammates so far this preseason.
I remember my freshman year, I used to fall behind all the time. I wasn't the most fit kid. I was like, I'm just going to play lacrosse, see how that goes. And I ended up loving it. But most of all, I love my teammates because they always push me to do better. And now I'm here and I think about it. I see some freshmen slacking a little bit. It's like, all right, let's go, get going. And then they'll learn when they're seniors that, that kid pushed me, so I'm going to help push other people. And it really works out in the future.
The Cardinals will open up its regular season schedule April 14th when it hosts Monadnock at 4 p.m. And on an international note, Hanover, New Hampshire's Hillary Knight tallied 2 goals and an assist in the U.S. women's hockey team's 9-2 victory over Russia yesterday at the Women's World Hockey Championships in Sweden. The win gives the U.S. a bye into Friday's semifinal, where they'll take on either Russia or Sweden. I'm Mike Pizzone, and that does it for YCN Sports.